Good morning. Today I'm in the town of Tongue. Yes, Tongue. Like, I'm back on the North Coast 500 after taking a little detour yesterday to the Orkney Islands, which was amazing. And today I'm taking a hike up to Castle Varick from Tongue. And there it is way over there. Made it to the top of the castle. Wasn't bad. Took about 25 minutes to get up here, about a mile. Wasn't as bad as it looked from the bottom. The view is spectacular. Sun's coming up over the mountains over there. It's about 8:30 a.m. They built this viewing platform inside the castle. It's not actually touching the castle walls. That's really interesting. This platform was built in 2018. The castle was built, they think, in the 12th century, but they're not totally sure. I just read that they think this castle is over 1,000 years old. That's pretty impressive. And there's the town of Tongue right there. Very pretty little town. What a view. There's a couple of Highland cows. Just drove from Tongue to Smoo Cave, and it was a spectacular drive. The scenery was unbelievable. Now I'm going to check out Smoo Cave. There is Smoo Cave. There's a waterfall inside the cave. They offer tours of this cave, but not from November to March, so I'm out of luck. But you get to see the waterfall. And there's a hole in the sea. Standing on top of Smoo Cave right now. Really windy up here. Famous Kaitalescu Bridge. There you can see the curve. The view from the bridge is pretty stellar as well. Here's the view from the other side of the bridge. Walked all the way across. Here's the view I get. There's the car I'm driving, a little Suzuki Swift. It's really not a very good car, but it's getting me around. That's all that matters. This iconic bridge opened August 8th, 1984. Trying to get to Wailing Widow Falls. It's not marked. The trail is very muddy. I pulled off on the side of the road where I think I'm supposed to be. Hopefully we'll get there. There it is, Wailing Widow Falls. Apple Maps calls it Alt Shrenade Waterfall. I think this is the Gaelic name. That was worth the headache to get here. Beautiful waterfall. I just can't believe there's no signs or anything on how to get here. It's just, you gotta rely on technology. It's It's just a pull off on the side of the road, no signs. A lot of rock scrambling and a lot of mud on that trail because you're just going along the river there. But it was definitely worth it. Those falls were amazing. And look at this view I got here now. Scotland is just so incredibly beautiful. Clash Nessie Falls. Just had to cross that to get to it, so it better be worth it. That is Clash Nessie Falls, which is even more impressive than the last one, I think. It's a good thing because crossing the stream wasn't the worst part. It was all mud and rocks getting over here after the stream. So my shoes are gross, but here I am. Here's a closer look. I'm getting all misted. That's pretty awesome. The trail was flat but very rocky and muddy. So if you're going to do it, wear good shoes. I got good shoes on. They're all muddy now. But that was a really good waterfall. I liked it a lot. Stayed in Loch Inver last night. This place is supposed to be amazing, so let's try it. I got the steak and ale pie, and wow, is it delicious. I also got rhubarb and strawberry one for later, so I'm not going to be able to eat much after this. This is Ardfreck Castle, built in the mid-15th century. Now just a ruin. And this is what it used to look like. There's actually some nice mountains behind it, but it's a foggy day here, so we're not going to see those. You can see some of the hills behind it here, although the clouds are covering the top. There's a waterfall over there. Across the street from Ardfreck Castle. This is the view from Ardfreck Castle. Good morning again. I am headed for something called the Bone Caves. They apparently found a lot of bones in there, so they think it might have been an old tomb or something. Don't know if this is going to be any good or not, but let's give it a shot. The weather's myth, but I've been lucky so far, so I can take a day of not good weather. And there's a waterfall here, which I did not expect. Pleasant surprise. And there's another one. So, if nothing else, we got a couple of cool waterfalls. Even if these caves turn out to be nothing, this is still a beautiful hike. Wow, what a view. Here we are, the Bone Caves. There's 3 little caves here. This is the first cave. It's not very big, but they think they use this as some sort of tomb because they found a lot of human bones as well, a lot of animal bones here. There's another cave. This one's a little bigger. Goes a little farther back. There's another one. This one's about the same size as the last one. Got a much bigger chamber though. I hope there's no wild animals up here. I lied, there's 4 caves. This one I'd have to climb up into, and I don't want to do it because coming back out is all wet and I want to slip, so it doesn't look as big as the other ones. Here's a shot of the caves from below. There's actually a couple more over here I couldn't get to because there's no path to them. Very interesting. This is so cool. It looks like this river down here starts from this spring right here because there's nothing after it. That's amazing. That was a pleasant hike. It's very muddy and rocky, but the hike through the canyon was really pretty beautiful. The caves themselves were not that impressive, but I enjoyed it. I give it 4 stars out of 5. Pretty good hike. I'm at Knockin Crag, which is supposed to have more beautiful views like this one. Well, that was a really good hike. They give you some information on the geology of the area, if you're interested in that kind of thing, which I am. And the views at the top were just fantastic. There's a lot of stairs, Takes about an hour to do the whole thing, or it took me about an hour to do the whole thing. But the views were amazing. Definitely worth it. I think it's time to break out this rhubarb and strawberry pie that I bought earlier because I am hungry. Oh, that looks good. Oh, it's delicious. Probably better if it was warm, but still really good cold. Seafood souffle and salad at the Ferry Boat Inn. Good morning. Today I am obviously at Corey Shellick Gorge. It's a big suspension bridge going across the gorge. So it should be very fun. These are called the Stepped Falls. For obvious reasons. It looks like steps. And these are called the Rocky Falls. And there is the famous suspension bridge. It's not as big as I thought it was going to be. That's what she said. This was actually built in 1874, so that makes it a little more impressive. This is called Mesac Falls. We are really high up. Didn't realize it was this high up. This is a viewing platform. So there's the bridge right there and the waterfall. Pretty awesome. If you're afraid of heights, don't come here because this is sticking out over a huge drop off. If you're afraid of heights, you probably won't like it. Such a beautiful waterfall with huge walls around it. Coming down that narrow gap. Beautiful. That was one impressive gorge. A small gorge, but beautiful and very deep. Really, really liked it. Today's mostly a driving day. See scenic views. I'm at the western part of the North Coast 500. So be a lot of driving today, but a lot of stopping to see scenic views like this. I mean, there's been views like this the whole way. It's been awesome. Hopefully the clouds will lift so I can see more. I'm on the road from Kinlochewe to Torridon. It's all been single track road like this with passing places, but views have been incredible. Even better if the clouds weren't there, but it looks like the sun's coming out, so. It's been an amazing drive with amazing views, but it's hard to video because it's single track and there's no place to pull over. Well, there's one right there, but most places, there's hardly any place to pull over. Scenic drives I've ever been on. It's one of the few places they've actually put a parking place to stop. You can see what the road looks like. Very narrow, just little passing places. Very windy. It's fun to drive. So I'm at a mountain pass right now called Belak Naba. It's supposed to have beautiful views, but as you can see, I can't see squat. So I kind of wasted my time coming up here. But the drive was great. I'll go back down to the road below and do some more of the drive. Well, what should have been a spectacular drive ended up being a pretty good drive. It was good scenery, but that mountain pass that I drove up was supposed to be spectacular, and I couldn't see anything. So that was a bit of a bummer. I got little glimpses of it here and there, which was just kind of a tease, but I have to come back, that's all. Now I'm going to Rogi Falls, my last stop of the day, and then I'm heading back to Inverness, and I'll be done with the North Coast 500, spending the next 2 days in Inverness, and then flying to London. And I get to go over another suspension bridge. This is Suspension Bridge Day here in Scotland. And there is Rogi Falls. Pretty good one. Another little side waterfall over here. That looks like it might be man-made. This is man-made. This pub was established in 1793. Well, this is actually not Doom Bar. It's something called Jarl. That last beer was alright, but this one's definitely going to be better. I love John Smith's. That is the Free North Church in Inverness. Sunrise over Inverness. Good morning. Today I'm going to explore the Black Isle, which is near Inverness. It's supposed to be beautiful, but first I stopped at this place called Clava Cairns, which is a 5,000-year-old ceremonial site. They think it might be tombs, but we're going to take a look. There are 4 of these cairns here and 3 stone circles. They said that's 4,000 years old, not 5,000. This is awesome. So this was a tomb where the celebrities of the town would have been interred, not normal people. And also on the winter solstice, the sun would have shone right through this hallway here and lit up the whole chamber. This would have had a roof on it. It would have lit up the whole chamber on the winter solstice. How they figured that out 4,000 years ago is beyond me. The stone circles surrounding these cairns. It's amazing. And then there's another cairn back there. This one's called a curb cairn. And they said this one was built probably 1,000 years after the other ones. They all have stone circles around them. Not all the stones survived, but Wow, it's amazing. This one has an opening facing the same direction as that other one. Same deal with the winter solstice. And they think this was some sort of artwork in one of the slabs inside this cairn. This is the southwest cairn. Look at the way this is constructed. No mortar or anything, just stones on top of stones. And I'm on the Black Isle, which is actually a peninsula, but who's counting? First thing I'm going to see is Fortrose Cathedral. And there it is, Fortrose Cathedral. This cathedral was built in the mid-1200s. Taking a hike through Fairy Glen. You'll see the Fairy Glen waterfalls. There's the first waterfall. Very fairy tale like. There's the second waterfall. It's in such a lovely wooded setting. This is the lower falls. 3 drops. I can see why they call this Fairy Glen, because it's a very pretty wooded area, a place where fairies might hang out in old folklore. All Trails rates this trail as moderate for some reason, even though it is very easy. It's a flat path through the woods. The only part that's mildly difficult is going from the lower waterfall to the upper waterfall. You have to take some stairs, but it's not that many, so I think it's a pretty easy trail. I enjoyed it. I would recommend doing it if you're in the Inverness area. Very nice hour or so. It's about a 1.5 mile round trip. The town of Cromarty. This is Cromarty Lighthouse. And this is the view from right next to Cromarty Lighthouse. Pretty good view. This is the Cromarty Primary School. Very nice building. St. Regulus Church. I didn't know there was a St. Regulus. That's the Cromarty Courthouse, which is now a museum, which is closed until Easter. Right towards the brewery, and now I'm at the bar. Red Kite beer, really, really good. This is the porter, so very good. This is the Victorian Market. It's all decorated for Christmas. Nobody here right now. It's only around 9:30 on a Saturday morning. But this place will be bustling later. That is Inverness Cathedral, also known as St. Andrew's Cathedral. It is huge. That is Inverness Castle. This is Leakey's bookshop, and if you're wondering why I'm showing you a bookshop, wait till you see the inside. This is huge. This is the High Street in Inverness. I'm gonna do a walking tour. Guy singing Achy Breaky Heart. This is the Bishop's Palace, built in the 1850s. It's now part of this cinema and theater complex. The Old High Church on the left and the Free North Church on the right.
Got all these stones around it as well.
This is Culloden Battlefield. Not much of video here because it's just a big field, but this is the memorial cairn. There's the battlefield. It's a lot of cool history here. A fight between the Jacobites and the government forces back in 1746. It's my last day in Scotland, so I gotta have haggis. Yummy. If you don't know what haggis is, I'll put what its definition is right here. This is so good. It's in a whiskey sauce. It's delicious. I love haggis. The North Coast 500 was an amazing experience. So many incredible sights to see, so many cool little towns to explore. I want to do it again just so I can see some of the things I missed the first time around. I'll have to do it in a different season. But if you're in Scotland, it's definitely something worth pursuing. It takes about a week to do the whole thing, but it is so worth it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.